perfect man. But I would rather die than accept what they have accused me of. I will use every legal means in my power to fight this, to bring truth and facts to light, and continue serving the people of District 19.
The dramatic words in that news conference today from embattled Metro Council member Anthony Piagentini. He's now vowing the fight is far from over in his effort to keep his job. His reputation and his seat on the Metro Council are at stake. And again, he's fighting for that seat on the Metro Council, promising a fight as he represents one of Metro Louisville's fastest growing districts in eastern Jefferson County. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Doug Proffitt, in for Shay McAllister, who's off tonight. Anthony Piagentini's battle took some new twists today, with the Louisville mayor also pulling the grant money at question in the ethics violation. WHAS 11 focus team investigator John Charlton has been covering a couple of news conferences today about all this. And John, what's Piagentini's biggest argument about his innocence here as we stand this afternoon?
Well, Doug, Councilman Piagentini called the whole trial a sham and that key facts were omitted. He says those facts will be revealed in court, where he and his attorney plan to prove that he didn't violate any ethics.
I have been quiet until now. Well, that day is over.
Although Metro Councilman Anthony Piagentini did address the media briefly following Thursday's ethics violations verdict against him, the day after he expounded on his disgust with this theme over.
The fix was in from day one.
And over.
And frankly, the fix was in since day one.
And over.
The fix was in from day one.
Piagentini argues the Ethics Commission was stacked against him, complaining that former Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher handpicked the commission, and the only two fellow Republicans on it were converted Democrats.
By all appearances, this was political diversity in name only.
Fisher's spokesperson responded with an emailed statement saying he selected members by virtue of their known and consistent reputation for integrity. To suggest otherwise is nonsense and an insult to their commitment to our city. Piagentini argues he followed all the rules and did not leverage his political position to land a $240,000 consulting job with the Louisville Healthcare CEO Council, the recipient of $40 million from the American Rescue Plan. Piagentini co-sponsored a bill directing the federal money to that organization, but recused himself just before the vote on the bill.
But I would rather die than accept what they have accused me of. I will use every legal means in my power to fight this.
It's our responsibility to preserve and uphold the community's trust.
Whether upholding that public trust will mean starting the process of removing Piagentini from Metro Council remains to be seen. Is there any movement on that from you or members of the Metro Council?
The Ethics Commission provided a very strong recommendation on that issue, and I think all of us must take that very seriously.
And as you see, the mayor was non-committal on the removal process, and neither were the Metro Council members we spoke with at this afternoon's press conference.
That's interesting. At least Greenberg seems to be leaning toward accepting the recommendations or the guilty verdict that came out of there.
We should all take it very seriously.
So the next process is we could go through another trial via the Metro Council and a hearing. You've talked to a couple of council members out there. Where does that stand tonight? Where does the process stand, John?
Well, they told me, one of the council members said had no comment on this. The other, that would being a Republican, the other, a Democrat, said, well, we'll just have to read through the report, take our time, maybe do an investigation of our own, and then make that decision whether or not to move with a vote to proceed with the removal process. So it could take quite a while.
Okay, thank you very much.